Hello, 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 and welcome to yet another collective reading. My name is Mo. That was cute. I like that. Did y'all like that cute little intro? I liked it. I may keep doing it. We'll see. We'll see. But I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing all right, you know. I've just been feeling funky for like the past. It's weird. I've been feeling good, but I've been feeling funky. I went to go see, I was going to say Moesha. Excuse me, truth burp. I was going to say I was going to go see Moesha, but I actually went to go see Beyonce. That's who I went to go see. And that was lovely. Cowboy Carter was absolutely fantastical. But my energy's just been all over the place and a lot of things are changing. Uranus just moved into Gemini, and everybody said that the Geminis are going to be going through it the next couple of months, which I can see and understand why. But with that said, yeah, we're just going to get started. So please find yourself in a nice, relaxed position and set some intentions with me. I hope you're cozy, drinking tea, enjoying snacks, or doing your hair, and you find yourself calm and present enough to tap into the collective energy that I'll be tapping into. I pray that our ancestors, spirit guides, and angels assist me in delivering the divine messages to us all, and that they protect our minds, bodies, and spirits, and bless us with the gift of wisdom and discernment. It is always my intention to align us with healing, joy, and the most authentic versions of ourselves. Ashe. And with that, I press that we are blessed with the gift of wisdom and discernment so that we may take empowered action that is in alignment with our highest and greatest good. Yes. Okay. That feels good. I'm going to do a spritz and I'm just going to pull some cards. If you're here and you're hanging out with me, drop an emoji for me. I appreciate everybody that thumbs up this video, double taps the screen, or shares the live session. It always helps me. Thank you, Ari. But yeah, what messages do we have from the divine? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. I feel like they calling me out, girl. And perhaps it's not me specifically. But let me just say it, because y'all might be feeling it too. Do you not feel like working? Because I haven't felt like working. I'm not going to hold you. And then there's more light here. Yeah, because we have this Knight of Pentacles. We have this Knight of Pentacles in reverse followed by the Sun card in reverse. Like, you don't want to work. You don't want to do nothing. And then like even like some of this energy feels like it's not worth it. Like it's not worth it, I guess. And maybe it's comforting to know that it's not just me, where some of us were like, what is it? What's it all for? What is all this energy and this labor going towards? Right? And there's this balance with this Two of Pentacles and this Three of Clubs saying like, we could work ourselves to death, or we can like actually enjoy our lives and our families and our friends. But I don't feel like we're getting 100% of the story with this Five of Swords, right? Ooh. This Five of Swords feels like that there's definitely more to this story, that there's definitely more to dig into, right? And that maybe even the way that we're thinking about it is keeping us from progressing. What else is it? Okay. Okay. So the energy is starting to clear up, and kind of what it feels like is that it's a lot of effort. It feels like it's a lot of effort. It feels like maybe that like working or labor or staying active and productive, it's like a heavy lift. Yeah. Do y'all feel that way? It's kind of like the idea is that it's a heavy lift and and then it's kind of like draining in a way. Right? But what I'm getting here is that like with this Wheel of Fortune and this Ace of Swords, excuse me, truth burp, we're thinking about it right, but we're thinking about it wrong. Right? The work that we have to do, it is draining. It is a lot. It is a lot of effort that we don't necessarily want to do. Right? But what this Wheel of Fortune is saying, there's a time to be relaxed. There's a time for things to be easy. There's a time for things to be effortless. And there's a time for things to be tough. And kind of what I'm getting, it's like one of my favorite phrases is when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And that's what it feels like. It feels like it's go time. And there's also, we got the Five of Wands, Six of Wands in reverse, Six of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Like there's a little bit of us here who are like, when I work hard in the past, I don't get the things that I want. And that's the other thing with this Wheel of Fortune, you know, we work hard all the time and we don't always get what we want, but us working hard, it's not about us getting what we want. It's about putting in the effort. Right? And sometimes the result is like failure, and we got to be okay when the result is failure. And sometimes we actually do manage to obtain our manifestations, but this is about not being attached to the outcome and living in the present and putting in the effort in the work. The word effort is coming through so strong, right? With the Seven of Pentacles and Six of Swords, the other thing that the divine wants us to like keep in mind, it's like, because it's really weird. It's really, 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 really not weird, but it's like, it feels like the divine is saying that like, we want one specific outcome from our labor, from our effort, from our work, right? And kind of what I'm picking up on, it's not one specific idea. It's like the result, right? I guess like, here's an example. Let's say you want to move. Let's say you want to move into your own 1-bedroom apartment with a patio, right? And you see all this work that you got to do and you're like, I don't want to do all that. It would be easier to just continue doing what I'm doing, save some money and relax, right? And then like do a slow and steady wins the race type of thing. But these cards are saying the divine wants you to keep working because the divine isn't going to give you a 1-bedroom apartment. The divine is going to give you like a studio home. The divine is going to give you like a duplex, but you don't think that duplex, you know, is in your realm of possibility. So it's not about doing the work to get the outcome that you think can be managed. It's about you showing up to the divine and saying, I'm going to do this work. This is what I want. I'm going to do the work. I need you to meet me halfway, divine. I need you to actually meet me with something that's going to fit the description of what I'm looking for, or at the very least, the result of living alone, right? With a patio, right? Or maybe with my own garage. So the Seven of Pentacles, it has like a little bit of like evaluation, and when we're measuring and we're journaling and we're changing and we're adjusting for the type of success that we want, but we're still leaving some type of space for what that success can look like. And once we're allowed to leave room for what success can look like or what the result will be, because like the divine is also showing me that like the result that we want, it's also kind of an obstacle, right? Again, where you see a specific result, but the result, it's kind of like, it's just one result and you feel like it's so far away that you feel like you have to change your manifestation. Right? It feels like, okay, if that's really what I want, I actually do have to wait 6 to 7 to 8 months, right? Where the divine is saying, hey, don't worry about that. We're going to bring you something. We know what you want. We know what it is that you desire, right? We just need you to continue to work in the physical realm. And it is going to take effort, but the result is going to be better than expected. Let me get an action plan. Can we get an action plan, please and thank you? Got that Two of Pentacles again, Seven of Wands. Again, there's that effort. There's that effort. There's that effort. Because, like, I feel like the divine keeps showing me what the problem is. The problem is that, like, we do this comparison thing where we compare what we've done before and what we've seen happen in the past to what's actually going to happen in the future. And we don't know the future. Right? So, like, and the other thing is, like, I don't feel like the problem is, like, knowing what to do. I feel like many of us, we know what it is that we need to do. It's just a matter of doing that thing, or doing that thing enthusiastically, or doing that thing and not having expectations. Right? Because again, it's the expectation. It's the expectation or the desire on the other end that's preventing us, that makes it feel like such a tiresome task. Right? And then we're even like manipulating the energy of effort. We don't have to show up and be perfect. We just have to show up. Can you show up for yourself? Is what I'm hearing. Even when you don't want to, even when it's difficult, even when it's not, even when the forest or the mountain view or your vision is foggy. They're showing me like fog. They're showing me like a mountain range. Like a windy road on a mountain, and it's foggy. So you don't know what's behind each like curve of the mountain, because not only is it foggy, but you can't see beyond the other curve. Right? But if you just keep walking forward and walking your way, kind of like a blind dog, right? Following your intuition. There is something here about like being blind. Is my window open? Why are they so noisy outside? This Two of Pentacles, this girl's eyes are closed, which I think is kind of funny because like usually we get to see the Two of Swords where they have a blindfold over their two eyes. But this girl, she's meditating. She's meditating with these two options, with these two things that she wants to carry. And the divine is telling me that the two things that we have to carry is the slow and steady action and effort that we need to do and accomplish every day, and the desire. That's it. You know, we don't have to carry anything else. We don't have to carry the plan for the future. We just have to carry the desire that we have in our heart for today and the things that we know we have to accomplish today. But we might be overwhelming ourselves. Right? Again, there were a lot of swords in the first part of the reading. We might be overwhelming ourselves with all that it is that we're thinking about and all it is that we have to process. And I kind of want to do like a ritual or some spell work for us, because we have this Six of Cups in reverse. And again, they're talking about the past and this memory and this idea that's causing stress. It's like the majority of the stress that is being caused by ourselves with this Nine of Swords in reverse. Like we're up late at night, we're toiling, rolling around in the bed, we can't sleep, we're stressed out. And it's because we want this thing so bad, which is good, right? We want this thing so bad. Like our desire is actually quite strong when it comes to this thing that we're attempting to manifest. But it's like, it's funny, I spoke about this on another TikTok the other day when I was talking about dating, that like sometimes I want something so bad, like I want a specific partnership, or I want my partnership to look a specific way so bad that I put so much pressure and expectations on it that it actually makes it like much harder to manifest. It makes it like so much more difficult, you know, to come to fruition or for it to manifest easily and effortlessly. But for the things that I don't have expectations for, they happen organically. They happen easily. Right? But that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that we have such high expectations for what our lives want to look like, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Okay. Okay, Darius. Right? It's our desires they aren't a bad thing. There's just that we have these expectations on how they're going to come to fruition and how they're going to manifest, which is creating a blockage in us. I flow in creation energy. Ashe. Right? Lasting message for the collective, please and thank you. Look, that's y'all saw me shuffle them cards, right? Y'all saw me shuffle them cards, right? We got the Six of Cups and the Two of Pentacles again. This again is saying pay attention to the memories that we carry. Pay attention to the desires that are in our hearts. Pay attention to your inner child. Right, but some of this is about balance. We have this Justice card in reverse. And this Nine of Pentacles, what is it? It's definitely discipline. Discipline is definitely one of the words that is coming through. Right, and again, if this don't apply, let it fly. This Justice card in reverse, it's like they're showing me children. They're showing us like children and how children need to be raised. Right, children don't really have impulse control, right? And it's not that the child's desire to eat candy is wrong. It's just that you can't have 10 pieces of candy for breakfast. If you have 10 pieces of candy for breakfast, you're going to have a sugar crash and you're not going to have any energy for the first part of your day, and then you're going to get a stomach ache. Right? And some of us, we're like convincing ourselves of otherwise. We're convincing ourselves that the work that we have to do or the difficult things that we have to encounter actually don't need to be done, where they do. They do if we want to be fulfilled in the way that we want to be fulfilled, right? King of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. But more than anything, again, like this image is like, it's just very strong of like, oh my gosh, I lost it. Excuse me, I got it back. But this image of like things manifesting the way that we want them to manifest. Things like coming to fruition the way that we want them to come to fruition. Things looking the way that we expect them to look is not it. The divine has another plan. The Most High actually knows what the tea really is. And so in the present moment, it's not that we need to neglect our emotional comforts, but we need to keep them in check. Again, we're dead in the middle of Cancer season, right? Maybe that's wrong. Girl, I guess we only got another 4 days left of Cancer season, right? But again, our intuition is speaking to us, and it's like our intuition is speaking to us, but our minds are kind of like on overdrive. Right, we got the Queen of Cups in reverse next to the High Priestess in reverse. And then we have the Queen of Swords next to the Nine of Swords in reverse, right? So we have this emotional, spiritual, intuitive energy that's speaking to us that we're not necessarily listening to, that's trying to keep us in check. And again, one of my other astrologers was speaking how like Cancer knows what we need. Right? The moon, the mother, it knows what we need. Not from like a logical point of view, but from like an emotional, comforting, spiritual point of view. Right? This is what you need. You don't need, 6 pieces of candy for breakfast. You actually need, some fruit, a cute starch, some potatoes, maybe a biscuit with a sausage. Right? You need the fresh energy that you're going to get from fruits and veggies, and then like a meat for some protein, and then, the bread and the carbs to help you stay full. Ashe. Ashe, Darius. Right? But us, we're thinking, and it's like, no tea, no shade. Some of us, we're not thinking. There's like, I'm kind of getting two groups. Like in one group, we're thinking. We're kind of thinking too much. We're like, God is saying, I don't need you to think right now. I need you to listen to me and take care of what I need you to take care of today. And then I'll handle everything else coming down the line. Right? Some of us were thinking too much. The other part of us, we don't want to think at all. I'm done thinking. I'm a zonk out. I'm a doom scroll. I'm going to lay about and watch all the episodes, of Love Island or anime or, whatever it is. You fill in the blank. I think I'm in the latter group. I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to hold you. Okay. I guess that was that. I'm not getting the impulse to get an action plan. Seems like more of a notification that we were supposed to receive. But I am getting information to get some oracle cards. Okay, so we got these cards from the Starseed Oracle deck. Yeah, the overthinking does lead to burnout. And perhaps that's what I'm doing. Yeah. We all receiving the message. We all receiving the message. Just do, don't think. Or don't overthink. Again, just do what you got to do today. We know what we got to do today. One day is more than enough. We don't have to think about next week or next month or next year. Okay. We got Star Keeper. Cosmic Ancestor, send the light by staying grounded. I don't think I've ever seen this card before, but I'm loving its vibe. Star Keeper. I've had this deck for years, and I really don't think I've ever. Cracked this one open to read it. Yeah. You are an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and to seed your light in a unique way. You've likely been incarnating on Earth for quite some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and brightening about a long-awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at a tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you will be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor onto the planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seated here. You may be called to be in a different place in the world, to anchor this light, perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become, and the less reactive humanity will be. You are here for a double mission, to grow as an individual and as a part of a larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world and not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. And then the Starseed activation is, I acknowledge that I am a star keeper. I choose to anchor my light and to stay as grounded as possible. This is beautiful, right? This is beautiful. This is like kind of like our call to like, you know, we're all unique and we're all being called to like anchor our energy and to help the collective in our own unique way. It doesn't have to look a specific way. And if you're getting the call to move or to produce something or to help this person out, that's it. It doesn't, girl, everybody ain't got to be Beyonce. You know, I love me some Beyonce, no tea, no shade, but that's not everybody's calling. Beyonce's calling is Beyonce's calling. You know, if God is, and that's not to say that you can't be tomorrow's Beyonce, but today you just got to be you, right? Ashe, the Book of Freedom. Yeah, that's the thing. My girl Aubrey said she might come. Yeah, let me fill your cup with sacred giggles. 21. We could do that. That would be cute. Cute little Judy meetup. Well, y'all go follow Darius. He posts like clips of the show on his page. That's the producer and the lead of the show. So if y'all interested in go seeing it, go follow him, because that's the nigga. I could say that here. I can't really be talking like that on YouTube, but Let me go over here and finish this. Essential meaning: completion, the end of a cycle, closure, celebrating a job well done, accomplishments, well-deserved success, being proud of your work, travel, limitlessness, and limitless options opening up. The self-care message: not finishing a job, a lack of closure, a time to finish up an overdue or dropped project. Yes, giggles. Childlike, maybe, but there's deep magic to be tapped into here. So give them space to bubble up. You are entering a time of completion as a goal you have been working on is coming to a joyous and a prosperous end. This huge accomplishment will have massive implications moving forward, and the whole world is opening up for you now. Go you, go you, go you. Dip your cup into the well of sacred giggles and drink up. It's time to revel in the afterglow of closure and success and know that you deserve all the joyful prosperity that is coming your way. There is infinite potential on the horizon, so take time to do your success dance and to thank Spirit for getting you this far. This is not a time to play small and to act as if it were nothing. Be proud of your accomplishments, as this is a time to say, heck yes, that was massive and I rocked it. Accept the celebratory love wholeheartedly and keep your eyes on the horizon for much more of this energy as you ascend anew. And then the journaling or meditation prompts are: look back on the past few years and notice how far you've come. What have you accomplished? What is the most important thing that you've learned? You may feel called to travel. This card is saying that it's possible. How can you build your dream in a way that will also bring that travel aspiration to life? Yes, my loves? Okay. That concludes tonight's collective reading. That is all I have for you. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Don't forget to thank God, your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. And until next time, this is XOMO. And as always, I'm always available for personal readings if you check out the link in the description bar or in my bio. I love y'all so much. Please enjoy the rest of your night, y'all. And until next time, this is XOMO. Bye-bye.